Hello everyone, and welcome back to episode 6 of the Katawa Shoujo Let's Play. So last we left off, we bumped into this bespeckled man. So, let's continue. Who is it? But blind? No, at least not completely. Why would he have eyeglasses if he was? He leans closer to me until our noses are almost touching. His breath stinks of garlic. He's on the car. I'm moving into the next room. I thought I should introduce my... His face suddenly brightens in realization, and he stands back upright, thrusting his hand out in a smiling greeting. Almost straight to my diaphragm. Oh, sup dude. Name's Kenji. Ah, hi. I take Kenji's sweaty hand and shake it, still a little rattled by the sudden change of attitude and vehement welcome. There were some suspicious looking people going in and out of your room earlier. Probably my parents. Your parents? You sure? There could have been some other people too. You can't judge a book by its cover. Without place proverb is left hanging between us awkward as I try to think of some way to respond. I say chances are high enough. He shudders and makes some exaggerated hand gestures. You're a brave man, he said. Me? Don't think I can trust the chances. The only one I trust is myself. Does that mean I shouldn't get to know you either? He thinks about this for a while. A wise decision. Damn, you're smarter than you look. Probably. What do you like? I hope not smart. What do you look like? I hope not smart. He squints his eyes and leans closer again by leaning backwards to dodge it. Never mind, it don't matter. With that, he turns, fumbles around for a moment in search of the door handle and shuts the door behind him. I slide the key into the lock and the door marked 119. Bleak beige walls, white linen, and desk made of some type of light wood. Ugly curtains. It's no one's room. Impersonal. Like my hospital room was. My bag is sitting at the foot of the bed, looking a lot emptier than they did this morning. The closet is sitting open, stoked with my clothes, so it seems that there are a number of school uniforms hanging there as well. A note is pinned under the sleeve of one of the shirts. Hi Hichan, we've unpacked your things and made your bed. They said that if these don't fit, then you should go to the office tomorrow. If you have any problems, you can always call us. Love, Mum and Dad. Well, at least I don't have to worry about unpacking. Kind of hoped I would have, then there'd been something to do. Still too early? Put the note on the desktop and lie down on the bed, feeling drained. Lying there makes me want to read something, but I have nothing with me. I wonder if the hospital conditioned me for wanting to read whenever I have nothing to do. The restless urge just keeps growing until I have to stand up. Maybe it's stress or something. I was pretty nervous about it back before coming here for the entire day too. Still am, I think. Damn. I have to distract myself somehow so I won't be this unnatural all the time. Tomorrow, I'll go borrow some books from the library. Yeah, I'll do that. But for now, bottles of medications neatly arranged on my night table catch me eye. I pick up one, shake it, and to hear the contents rattle inside, and then read the glued-on pharmacy label. Isanakai, 2 tablets daily to stay alive. It doesn't really say that, but it could just as well. It's kind of twisted having your life depend on chemicals like this. I resent it a little, but what choice do I have? With a sigh, I begin my new daily ritual of taking the right number of pills from each bottle, being careful to check the correct dosages. I lie down again, feeling hollow and uncertain. After that, I keep staring at the blank, unfamiliar ceiling for a long time. Doesn't start looking familiar don't start looking any more familiar, not even after the darkness falls and the long shadows draw across my room like fingers. The sheets feel slightly more comfortable, warm and nest-like against the chill that passes the room temperature here. Soon the lighter shade of darkness that is the ceiling looks like every ceiling does at night, and it becomes the only thing I recognise anymore. The night beckons me to sleep, and I feel the coldness of unfamiliarity and fear creeping up on my spine once again. I keep drifting further away from the world I knew. I wake up in a strange room. Solid morning light shimmers against the light grey ceiling. I had forgotten to draw the curtains globe last night. This is my room, isn't it? My room. This is the third room this year that I'm supposed to call mine. Various things around here remind me that indeed it's me who is supposed to be the one living here. My bag's on the floor, my new school books on the desk, my numerous medications on the night table. Stare at the bottles for a moment, deliberating until I open a bottle, shake out a pill, pop out a tablet from a foil sheet. I down them with a chaser of water without thinking about the chemistry. My uniforms are in the closet. I slink out from under the sheets and stretch my back before dressing up. Putting on new school uniform feels like dressing in someone else's clothes. The artificial smell of generic detergent invades my nose, but the feeling of fresh quaff against my body is a good one, a natural one. Feels like a school uniform should. Feels like a school uniform, as it should. It's not much different from what I used to wear before. I go for other things too. So far, this place seems more or less like a normal school, except for the people. Think back to my talk with Kenji yesterday. Misha's constant laughing and Shizune's sweeping sign language gestures. Well, I've only met 3 students so far. Maybe they aren't that normal, but I'm sure the others are. Or perhaps people like them are what passes for normal around here? Yeah. What does pass for normal around here? What do people do? Didn't see a lot of kids hanging around after classes yesterday, so maybe there are clubs. If so, I wonder if I should join one. All through class, the question remains on my mind, so I decide to ask Shizune about it when we split into groups. After all, she did say if I had anything I wanted to know, I should ask her. She crosses her arms and shifts her gaze slowly to Misha, who looks more preoccupied with trying to grind the eraser of her pencil down so that the top is perfect and flatly even. There's nothing more satisfying than to eat flatly even rubber on a pencil. Yeah, I'm joking. Sorry, Shishan. Is there something you wanted from me? Oh, I see. That's a good question, Shishan. My first thought is that means she doesn't know, which is worrying. Maybe I'm being too negative. Well, anyway, Misha, please don't prove me right. Oh, that's right, everyone's encouraged to join a club. A lot of people do so because there really isn't anything else to do. There are also school events like the festival coming up in a few days. Almost every student in the school tends to help out with it, doing whatever. So, you actually transferred in at a busy time. Maybe you can help out too? Sure. What's the festival about? Misha freezes. Wahahaha. I don't know. Hichan. The truth is, it's a local event and I'm not from this area, so... She starts signing desperately to Shizune, asking her to bail her out. Shizune adjusts her glasses at the end of an oddly grandiose flourish and starts signing hard and heavy. Huh? Oh. Who cares? Misha puffs out her chest as she shouts Shizune's words out at me with a disproportionate amount of pride. Too loud. I can see heads turning to look in our direction. Not so loud. Human beings evolve with each new generation. The ideals and beliefs behind the festival will inevitably change with time. Now it's about delicious fried food and amusing little games that you play to win prizes. Ahaha. Teacher clears his throat very loudly, batting his long wooden pointer against his other palm like a baton. He shoots a pointed gaze at us. Finally, noticing where we are, Misha stifles a yelp and quickly quiets down. Shizune doesn't seem embarrassed at all, though, brushing it off without care. We're in the middle of class and should start working. That's right, Shi-chan. What? That's right, Shi-chan. Are you asking because you're interested in joining the club? There'd been my ass playing tricks on me, but I think I saw a suspicious glance exchanged between them. Misha's tone has also changed, although it does that every other word anyway. Yeah, I was thinking about it. Misha and Shizune look at each other again. I'm about to ask what they have in mind when something dark flutters in my peripheral vision, catching my attention. Out of the corner of my eye, I see the girl with long, dark hair get up from her desk and swept towards the door. Doesn't seem like she was working in any group, and no one seems to notice her but me. I glance at the teacher who's also looking at the dark-haired girl go. Why don't you say anything? Hichan, is something wrong? Do I look as uneasy as I feel? Or was Misha just looking at me after the girl who left? No, nothing. Okay, well, like we were asking you anyway, you don't have any plans for lunch today, do you? Thought I'd go to the library and pick up some books. Not really. You want to have lunch together then? Sure. Yay. Okay, Hichan, perfect. The rest of the class passes uneventfully. The girl with the long hair never came back. Before I have the time to put any more thought into where she could have gone, the teacher informs us that it's time to stop working. Shizune looks more than a little annoyed that we were only just barely managed to finish all our work on time. I'm just glad we finished it at all. It's not a contest or anything. Yes, it is, Hichan. Impossible. Impossible! Really? Really? I've noticed this before, but it's kind of funny how Misha is always moving her hands and signing not only everything she says, but what anyone else is saying at any given time. Obviously. Must be so Shizune can understand it. Her eyes dart back and forth between Misha's hands and me. I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking at, talking to Misha, but that might be wrong. Maybe I should face Shizune. I'm used to looking in the direction of the person whose voice I'm hearing, but really, Shizune can't hear me. But it would be disrespectful to talk to her only through Misha. Then again, bit about what she's doing? No, she's at least looking at me. It's all very confusing. It takes some time to get used to. It's not a contest because contests are competitions over a prize. If there's no prize on the line, it's not really a contest. Shizune's eyes flash dangerously with a competitive glare. She stares at me as if surprised that I'm challenging her. I think maybe this is a contest to her. I've never noticed it before, how dark and blue her eyes are. It's truly an alluring gaze. Are you sure, Hichan? Very sure. You're wrong, Hichan, because I don't want to be the slowest one in the class, therefore, what's on the line is my confidence in my abilities, and the prize is the satisfaction of proving them. Wahaha! Shizune pushes her glasses up the bridge of her nose in a very matter-of-fact way. I'd argue more, but the bell rings and she quickly gets up and picks up her bag, looking at me unexpectedly. I'd almost forgotten that I was supposed to have lunch with them. Where do you want to eat? Cafeteria? That's so plain. Okay, let's go. Plain. Well, I guess. My old school, I like to eat outside or near the back of the building. It was a good spot, but I didn't find it until near the end of my freshman year. Wonder if there's a similar place to eat here. Misha seems to imply as much. Shizune and Misha follow me towards the cafeteria, which is surprisingly not packed. Maybe some of the students favouring eating in the classroom or outdoors. Saw some of my classmates had boxed lunches. After we finished eating, Misha picks up where we left off earlier. So, Ishan, you wanted to know more about clubs and stuff, right? Right, Ishan, okay. Guess it makes sense to ask first. Exchanging little nods of confirmation, they turn to face me again, and Misha straightens her posture as if she is about to deliver a speech. Ishan, do you have anything you're interested in? Used to play soccer, football, but I'm not really into it. Don't follow the teams and players or anything like that. As of late, I used to read a lot. I usually just read a lot. There's a book club, right, Shizune? Right, but it seems like they have all the members they can possibly have right now. Sorry, Hichan, it's a really popular club. Okay, but more to the point, Hichan, does this mean that you don't have anything already in mind? Not really. Good. Great. That's great, Hichan. Really great. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha. Why is it so great? No reason. Well, Hichan, other than clubs and the upcoming festival, there is one other thing. Student council. I see. Didn't know this school had a student council. That was a very, very melodramatic setup, though. Just to tell me that. Pretty sure the two of them know this because Shizune looks a little embarrassed about it and Misha's laughing. Shizune quickly retakes control of the discussion in the manner of speaking, after all. And still Misha, who has to voice whatever she says. Right. Hichan, maybe you should join the student council. They could use more people. Yes, definitely. You should definitely join. Why? Well, for one, we could hang out every day, Hichan. Shichan and I are both in the student council. Actually, Shichan is the president. I'm starting to get the suspicion that Shizune and Misha might not exactly be the most unbiased people to talk to about it. As if reading my mind, Shizune quickly adjusts her glasses and signs something to Misha. Haha, of course we're not trying to get you to join just because we would obviously benefit from you joining the council and therefore have an incentive to try and get you to... So you're admitting that? No, we admit nothing. I mean, Hichan, of course it would be nice if you joined and we'd appreciate it, but even without all of that, joining the student council shows a healthy interest in the workings of one school. Yup, it's true, Hichan. Besides, don't you want to spend time with us after school, Hichan? Can't tell if she's been genuine or if this is really good acting. Both of them seem to be trying hard to look their cutest. Although, they already are, and they're pretty cute to begin with. Well, so that's settled then. Wanna come to the student council, Hichan? What? No. Oh, I see, Shichan, of course it won't go so easily. Yep, that's right. That would be boring if it went that smoothly. Oh well. Shichan owes me candy now. You are betting on it? Aye. My life's not going. She may seem very intrigued by this when Misha signs it to her. The aggressive glint returns to her eyes. That's interesting, Hichan. Let's play a game. That's not what I said. How about rich man, poor man, Hichan? If you lose, you have to join the student council? No, absolutely not. Why not? Well, because you two both have the same incentive and therefore the same goal, which is to get me to join the student council, right? Yep. Yeah, that's not my goal. But what this means is that both of you can team up and I'll be at a clear disadvantage. So, I'll have to decline. E-chan, I'm very offended. Are you saying you don't trust us and that we would pull something so disingenuous? That makes me sad. Sorry? It's hard to tell where Shizune's influence and Misha's thoughts begin. In order to atone for hurting a young girl's feelings, you should definitely join the student council. No. Chad, no. How about a game of paper football instead of rich man, poor man? Paper football? Yeah, it's a game they play in America. You make a paper triangle and then you try and shoot it past the goalposts that the other player makes with their fingers. Isn't it cool? The ultimate form of competition between two people, Hichan. And it's also played by elementary and middle school children. Hichan, wahaha. That means it's a game that really separates the boys from the men. More like the boys from the slightly older boys. Anyway, no. I'm not going to play that either. Just the fact that you know about it means you're probably surprisingly good at it. Haha, yeah, that's true. How did you know that, Hichan? Shizune frowns at Misha, telling me that she probably wasn't supposed to admit that so readily. I wouldn't say that I'm happy with their attempts to get me into the student council, but I'm a little curious about what the student council does here. I've never been on one before, or even known anybody who was a member, so it interests me. It's also kind of like Shizune and Misha, so maybe it wouldn't be so bad. Okay, Hichan, how about risk the game of world domination? Don't know what that is. It's really fun, Hichan. You fight for control of the world with armies and everything. Sounds like Shizune would be good at it. If you want to play, we can after school. Ah, really, Shichan? We can play just for fun, Hichan. Shichan hasn't played in a long time, so if you want to, there are no strings attached. Well, okay. Okay. Perfect. We'll see you after school in the student council room then, Hichan. Wait. Why there? Because that's where we keep the game. I grimace to tell them how much I don't like this, but it's more for show than anything. So, in the end I agree, but only after getting Shizune to acknowledge that I don't mean anything concrete just by accepting to take a look around and play a game with her. Lunch ends, we go back to class. I think this is where I will leave it for today. Thank you for joining and watching this episode of episode 6. Thank you very much. Bye bye.